Alright guys, ZFR back here with another video for you, and I've pretty much been seeing a lot of people asking who this character is. A lot of people I notice have not read the comics. I've seen that a lot in some reactions and reviews of the season 9 trailer. A lot of people just have no idea who this is, and they're wondering what all the hype is about around this character. One thing I want to go ahead and get out of the way right now is that this video will not contain spoilers for this character or her group. I will kind of go into how they're introduced and stuff like that, and who they are in terms of their names and stuff like that. But overall, I will not be going into any spoilers about what they do or anything like that in the comics or what they could do on the show. So with that being said, if you don't want to be spoiled, this is the video for you. So starting out, this character's name is Magna, and she was a fan favorite since moment one we met her in the comics, and to this day people still are excited about her character because she's still relatively new. And some of you may be asking, well, why is that? What really happened? Well, it all started with this image. This is from the cover of issue 127 of the comic book series The Walking Dead, and pretty much this is the first issue after the very last issue of All Out War. So after All Out War ended, after we saw Rick say that he was going to put Negan in jail and that the communities were going to be joined together as one and all that, and that they were going to kind of build a bigger world or a better world. Pretty much after the end of season 8, this is the very first group you saw in season 9, or in the comics I mean, of The Walking Dead. And it's very, I don't know, a lot of people have been thinking that they're not going to do it on the show, but a lot of people are thinking that episode 1 is going to open with this group, episode 1 season 9, like it did in the comics, and they'll be the first ones we see even before our main group. I don't think they're going to still do it. I think they'll remix it where we get them at some point during episode 1, but I'm not quite sure. But if you look behind Magna, you'll also see a lot of the other characters that you saw in the trailer. I think the only one they really changed was instead of the big black dude, they have a black girl with longer curlier hair in there that's using sign language to speak. And pretty much, without giving too much away, the hype behind Magna's character is pretty much, when we first saw her, she looked like, her group looked like such an interesting group. They were a group that were surviving out there, kind of like Rick and his group were in season 5, except this was way later in the apocalypse. So they survived out there for so long. Obviously they're no chumps, they're no pushovers or anything like that. They're not weak. So it's very important to understand that about this group. They have survived out in the wild for a while now. It's like without any other group or any help or anything like that. And that's kind of why in the trailer you see Magna snooping around Alexandria. When she first gets there, obviously she is very suspicious of it. She's not quick to trust them at all, kind of just like Rick and our group when they first got there. So in a way, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they will parallel really heavily with Rick and our original cast in their earlier days. I think we'll kind of build a connection with these characters fast. And pretty much, long story short, another really cool thing that brings this character into the story even more is later on, without spoiling anything of course, is something ends up happening that kind of pulls her group into our group even more, and kind of causes them to join forces and become one against a common enemy. And I'm not going to go say any more than that, but it's pretty cool. And like I said, the character from the comics was pretty cool when they first introduced her. A lot of people, but the only problem is a lot of people got hyped for her, and in the comics she didn't quite live up to her potential, or at least she hasn't yet. She's still kind of new and fresh in the comics. But with that being said, that's all the more reason to think that they're going to try again on the TV show, and they're going to hype this character up even more and put even more focus on her. So with this being said, expect to see a lot of this character. Expect to see this character Magna become I'm going to say a B or A-list character on the show coming up. I really expect her to be a B for a while, but then eventually in later seasons to become an A-lister. So just expect that, be prepared for that. But either way, this is a character to be excited about, alright? Like, in the comic books, she generated a lot of hype. She built a fan base almost instantly, just pretty much for being new and interesting and mysterious. So with that being said, yeah, this is a character a lot of people are hyped about on the show. So just prepare yourselves for this. I'm definitely hyped for this character. I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping they really do a lot more of this character on the show than we got in the comics. I'm just hoping for it, because I really was intrigued also by the character in the comics. I want to see more on the show. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave likes and comments down below. Tell me what you think. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one. ZFR out, guys.